Hi, hi guys, Dark Aperture here, and today I'm back with a $650 game PC build. This build also has the OS, and it's a request as well from this user called BallsSMASH. He said he wants a game PC to run Battlefield 3 to on low settings but 50 plus FPS and or medium at 40 plus FPS. Well, no, you know me, I like to have more than that, so I gave him more than that. If you look at this parts list for a few seconds, if that's all you're here for, you don't have to hear all the commentary over these parts and images, that's fine. You can just take this parts list, carry it into a store, and just buy everything, build your PC, and enjoy Battlefield 3. So, for the now it's all done, so let's move on to the CPU. Now for the CPU, I went with the AMD Phenom II X4 965 Black Edition. It's naturally Black Edition, but I guess it's a really amazing CPU. This CPU, I could say it's one of the best CPUs ever made just because of how well it holds up. Sure, it wasn't the performance game of its time, but today it matches up against AMD's FX 4300 and 4350 quite well, and it's a lot less, too, in terms of budget builds. And it's all because of this, it's worth every penny. It's also a quad-core CPU, which is pretty awesome. Considering I get this all for $90, that's pretty amazing. Now for the RAM, we went with Corsair Vengeance 4 gigs. We went with DDR3 1600. It's very fast memory. I know 1600 might not seem like a lot, but it's more than you think. And if you're not doing an APU system, it's just a good standard. 4 gigs is also enough for gaming, and you could spend $3 more to get 8 gigs. And considering you get this all for $30, that's a pretty good offer. Now for the motherboard, I went with the ASRock 960GM U3S3. Now it's a 760G board, so it might seem a little restrictive, but it's got PCI free slot, which is pretty exceptional. You can and it has USB 3 and SATA 6, which pretty much sells the board for me. And it's $55, which is amazing for what you're getting. Now, move on to the big part of the game PC build, the graphics card. And with the graphics card, I went with the ASUS ROCK 2 HD 7850. It's a 2 gig card with 2 gigs of GDDR5, obviously. Now what you were expecting, BallsSMASH, you're getting way more just because of this awesome card. And there's 2 gigs of GDDR5, so it has the VRAM strength that if you can run Ultra and 30 FPS or lower, and can run pretty much any setting you want at a playable frame rate in Battlefield 3. It's also really cool looking and really cool running because of that cooler, and really quiet too. And that's all for $200. And I'd say it's pretty good considering how competitive it is with the 660 that's more expensive and not in the budget window for this. I'll check later though, maybe you could go for that instead because it is a faster card. But it isn't bundled as well, just saying. You get more games with this card than you do with the 660. Now enough of that, let's move on to the power supply. Now for the power supply, I went for Corsair CX500. You might be thinking, the Corsair CX500, a 5-in-1 power supply? No, that's not enough room for a 7850. Well, I'm pleased to say it's not true. You should be able to run this with a 7850 just fine. If you want, cheap out, go on a 600-watt power supply. It's like $30. Your computer will blow up. That's what I don't want your computer to do. So I went with this very good quality Corsair CX500. It's a 5-in-1 power supply that's built very well, as all Corsair power supplies are. I've never seen them really cheap out on anything. And I have a Corsair CX600 myself, so there's a review in advance. It's a $50, and it's also a $50 power supply, which is pretty nice. Now for the hard drive, I went with a 500GB Western Digital Caviar Blue. 5 gigs is enough for all your game saves. It's a very fast and reliable drive, and it has an excellent price with it too. And all in all, it's an awesome package for 60 bucks. Now for the optical drive, I went with an ASUS 24X DVD burner. There was a time when I listed it, when I showed it like any other part in this build, but I decided it's just a $20 DVD drive that you're probably not going to use after you install Windows, so why the heck not? Just put it in there. 20 bucks, so that's pretty good. Now for the case, I went with the NZXT Source 210 Elite. It's a sturdy case. It'll fit everything this build with ease. Look at all that room. Just put in your hard drives, put in your optical drive. We'll put in your hard drive here, put in your optical drive here, put in the motherboard around here, put in the graphics card right here, put the CPU in the socket here, put the RAM around here, put the power supply right here, and that's pretty much it. There's more parts that I'm forgetting, I think. No, there ain't. So that's pretty much how it would work. Though that's a very bad guide. Don't trust this guide. You might mess something up. Watch a guy from Duncan Free. He's very good at making a guide for game PC building. I think he has the best guides right now. So kudos to him for that. Back to this build. It's a $50 case. That's really good. Now, for the OS, you ask for it. Windows 8, and it's home premium. It's $100. And which makes the total price $655. I won't really talk about Windows 8 since you already know about it if you're watching this video and you're in the market for a game PC and you want to build your own, say go OEM. Anyways, that's pretty much it. The total price is $655, $5 over budget. Like, that's a big deal. So that's pretty much it. Subscribe to me, Dark Aperture, if you like this video. And BallsSMASH, you're welcome. Tell me how this PC runs, by the way. I can't do any benchmarks. So, goodbye, guys.